Hey everyone, this is Chef. Welcome back to Uma. If you missed the stream yesterday, let's recap real quick what we worked on, because it was a fairly productive stream overall. The biggest thing that we focused on was actually finishing our trophy cabinet. So we did 3 runs. We did a Taiki shuttle that did the sprint Twinkle Star Climax. So we have that done. That trophy is finished. We then did a Taiki that did the dirt Twinkle Star Climax. So that is now also done. And then we did a Tamamo Cross that did the long Twinkle Star Climax. So all 3 of those trophies are now done. We also finished our last missing G3 trophies. So we are now completely done with our trophy cabinet, except for the long finals and then a legend race that we haven't done yet today. So getting very, very close to finishing up the trophy cabinet. Today, though, is going to be prep for CM11, the Pisces Cup, which is going to be a 3,200 meter track in the rain. So, before we get into talking about what our strategy is going to be for that CM, let's take a look at the track map. Let's figure out what looks like it's going to be good. Let's figure out what we might want to try and do. So we're going to start by looking at Kachidev. And you could ignore that this is CM11 Aquarius Cup. It should be CM11 Pisces Cup. It just looks like Kachidev hasn't updated yet. The track is 3,200 meter, outer to inner, heavy ground, in the rain, in spring. Because we have heavy ground, there's going to be an even higher stamina consumption than usual on this track, which is already fairly long. Now, we are helped by 2 things here. First of all, we're helped by a reasonably long downhill section that is both in mid-race and then an even longer downhill section in late race. So that's going to be one benefit. The second benefit is that a lot of long runners actually have innate recoveries, which is going to make it easier to hit our stamina targets. So I'm giving a little bit of the plan away here. I think Super Creek is going to be one of the anchors for our team. And the idea behind Super Creek is that she has the strongest innate recovery of any trainee that we have unlocked currently. So while Pace Chaser is a very stamina demanding strategy to try and use in a race, I would really like to just try and build a Super Creek whose entire goal is to survive. Not necessarily to win. We're not going to necessarily be chasing things like velocity skills, but I want to have a runner that survives the race if everybody else in the lobby has been greedy with stamina. And so this is roughly what that's going to look like. The best recovery we have access to, without bumping Super Creek all the way to potential 5, is Breath of Fresh Air. Everything else is a gamble, and even Breath of Fresh Air itself is a gamble. But we at least benefit from Tosin Jordan being a halfway good speed card versus using something like Medjira McQueen's stamina card, which is just objectively worse. And obviously we can't borrow Super Creek herself, so we can't get Swinging Maestro out of her. We could borrow something like Rice Shower's power card, but I don't think that card is particularly good. So I'm just going to stake my claim on Breath of Fresh Air. The problem with Breath of Fresh Air is that it can trigger either too early or too late. So the race starts on a straight, the first 370 meters or so are on a straight, and then there's a second straight very, very deep into late race. And on this particular seed, you can actually see the Breath of Fresh Air is triggered super deep into late race here. And as a result, we don't actually hit our last spurt in this specific run. Now, if we reroll that and try it again, if we get a Breath of Fresh Air activation in the middle of the race, we're fine. We survive, assuming that we don't get debuffed, and we'll get to that in a second. But it's not necessarily consistent, because if we either miss the wit check on Breath of Fresh Air, or it triggers at the wrong time, like here it triggers at the wrong time and we get extremely rushed early in the race, we do not survive. The way that we're going to fix that is by also adding in Radiant Star, which is most of a gold recovery skill. It isn't a full gold recovery. Breath of Fresh Air is 5.5. Radiant Star, assuming we win 25 races, which should not be difficult, is 4.2. But it is going to be an extra recovery that helps supplement us either rushing or having Breath of Fresh Air go off the incorrect time. Now, it is still possible that we miss the wit check on Radiant Star and Breath of Fresh Air triggers at the wrong time, but anything is possible across enough runs. I think this will give us enough insurance, though. So this is one where Radiant triggers late, Breath of Fresh Air doesn't trigger at all. We're in trouble on that no matter what. But in general, I think this should be a pretty decent plan. And we're aiming for around 1,000 stamina, because we know that that is a number that's reasonable for us to obtain, without sacrificing too much in terms of our other stats. As far as the other two runners go, I want to try and go with end closers. The biggest thing that I'm thinking about for this CM is the existence of Manhattan Cafe and Stamina Siphon, and other stamina debuff skills. I don't think that stamina debuffs are particularly good under normal circumstances, but I don't think this track is normal circumstances. It is extremely long, and it is in heavy ground, which means that stamina is going to be fairly vulnerable. In addition to that, training stamina has been fairly difficult to do in Trackblazer, in my opinion. There are not that many good stamina cards that are worth using as far as the support cards that we have access to are concerned. It's Manhattan Cafe's SR, Super Creek's SSR, and Manhattan Cafe's SSR, which gives Stamina Siphon. And that's really about it. And if you don't have access to those cards, building stamina is very, very hard. So I suspect that a lot of the runners that we're going to come up against in this CM are going to be running fairly greedy stamina strategies, simply because of how hard it is to train stamina. End closers, if we use an end closer like Tamamo Cross or Gold Chip, which I think are going to be the two end closers that we're targeting, are at least going to be able to avoid Stamina Siphon as a debuff. End closers run at the back of the pack, and it's possible that our end closers will be ahead of somebody else's end closers. If somebody builds an end closer Nice Nature with All-Seeing Eyes, or an end closer Manhattan Cafe with Stamina Siphon, we're still going to get hit by those. But hopefully we'll be able to avoid some of it. And then we can also run a slightly greedier amount of stamina on these runners. So for Tamamo and Gold Chip, we're going to be targeting Swinging Maestro. We can borrow Creek as our stamina card for this run. And then we'll also grab Radiant Star as a second backup recovery. So if we run this one a couple times, we can see that here we're not surviving. We're triggering Swinging Maestro and Radiant Star. So 950 is not going to cut it. Let's try going up to 1,000. Run a new seed. Here we're surviving. We trigger Swinging Maestro, but not Radiant Star. So that's a good sign. Here we're not surviving. We trigger Swinging Maestro and Radiant Star. How are we not surviving this? Do we rush? Interesting. I wonder why we haven't survived Spurt Rate here. We rolled better on our stamina recoveries. Maybe it's like wit checks in the downhill or something like that. Our wit should be closer to like 600 on a normal run. This is also a fail. We might need more stamina than this. We might have to trigger like 2 gold, aim for 2 gold recoveries. What if we also run breath? We still don't survive? Swinging Maestro, Radiant. We trigger Swinging Maestro, Radiant Star. Oh, they're all super late. So Radiant Star triggers here in late race, and Breath of Fresh Air triggers literally at the end of the race. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. This is also Radiant Star late race, Breath of Fresh Air late race, which is why we don't survive Spurt. This is also Radiant Star, Breath of Fresh Air late. Okay, so if we get our recoveries to trigger at reasonable times, we're in good shape. I wonder if there's a better gold recovery that we could be targeting. Let's go pop over to Game Torah, and we'll see what kind of recoveries we might have access to, because Breath of Fresh Air may not be super reliable here. So we popped over to Game Torah. We're filtering on rare recovery skills, looking at either long, end, or no condition at all. So we have a few of the usual suspects. We have Swinging Maestro, which we know we're going to be targeting anyway. We have Breath of Fresh Air, which we know we have on board. We do have access to Indomitable, which is not great. Well, actually, we don't have access to it because this is character only. What we do have access to is Unruffled, I think, because that's off of Haru's Guts card. Yeah, we have access to Unruffled, which is also not super great because you're not necessarily guaranteed to get surrounded mid-race, quote unquote. Is surrounded is looking for other runners that are no more than 3 meters ahead of you, 3 meters behind you, and also in the same lane as you. And there has to be one that matches each of these conditions, I believe, is how that works. Oh, no, okay, so 2 runners can still surround you. It's still going to be fairly difficult to do. It's going to be a little more likely if we're running end closers and there's one other end closer in the lobby, but if there's no other end closers in the lobby, this is not going to trigger. Given how difficult it is to find recovery skills that work, we can't use Sleeping Lion because we don't have Taishin's SSR. We can't borrow that. Cooldown, we could try and run McQueen as an SSR, but the race bonus on the card is fairly bad. Adrenaline Rush, we could try to run, but the race bonus on the card is fairly bad. Go Home Specialist is innate to Gold Chip only. Serenity is innate to Admire Vega only. We don't have her. VIP Pass is innate to Christmas Hayahide. We don't have her. The only real options that we have for gold recoveries are Swinging Maestro and Breath of Fresh Air. So, as far as looking at the recoveries that we're building for Tamamo, the fact that Breath of Fresh Air and Radiant Star are inconsistent may just need to be something that we live with, because I don't think it's possible to push our stamina much higher than 1,000. I think that's just going to be life. And then as far as Gold Chip goes, Gold Chip is in a much better position than Tamamo is because Gold Chip has a potential recovery. I don't remember if we unlocked that during the stream or not, but it is absolutely what my plan is. So let's go and check our potential levels on Gold Chip. Yeah, we did. Okay. So we now have a potential 5 Gold Chip. We could go Home Specialist out of that. Very, very nice. This is going to secure our second reliable gold recovery for Gold Chip, because we are going to be able to access both Go Home Specialist and Swinging Maestro off of Super Creek as a borrow. We should also probably try and bump Gold Chip to 5 if we can. We're at 51 of 100. How many statues can I afford right now? We have 65. It's not quite enough. We're just a little... Actually, no, we're going to be just a little short. I would need 50 and we're only at 40. Aww. I think we have a few bingo spins left. We also have daily free pulls on Satono Diamond. We might get star pieces out of that. It's possible that we can get Gold Chip to 5. We have a ton of clovers right now because we didn't use pity on any of these banners. Interesting. Let's see what we get out of our single pull on Satono Diamond. We're not really looking for Satono here. We're looking for a Mile Runner, if anything is going to promote to 3-star. But then we'd also be looking for Gold Chip. If not, that's fine. We do get one statue out of that at least. God, there's a part of me that wants to 10 pull to get 10 statues, but there's no way that's good value. And then we also get free pulls on the Sunday banner. We reviewed this on stream. Sunday isn't amazing, and we're not really planning to pull on her, even though some of these pulls are going to be free and it discounts the banner. I think we have air group to max limit break already. But this is just an opportunity to pick up more SRs. It's extra copies of Sweet Tosho. It's extra copies of King Halo for scenarios after Trackblazer anyway. There's still value that we have to extract from that. And then we also had a Team Trials reset, so let's go and collect our carrots from that. And then we'll start going forwards and putting together some decks. So we've already done a lot of tinkering and workshopping with long decks. We did the Super Creek stream last week. We rebuilt a ton of long runners for Team Trials. We have spent a lot of time immersed in our long decks. And as far as the results that we're getting, this is all right. We would like to aim for long S, but this is not a bad stat line if we add another 100 to speed or so. This deck was 3 speed, 1 stam, 2 power, and that worked out fairly well for us. Most of the rest of these missed stamina cap. 932 is not going to be good enough, and that was running a wit card instead of a stamina card. 920 is not going to be good enough. That was running a guts card and an extra speed card instead of a power card. Probably shouldn't do that. 907 is not enough. That was 2 guts cards and a wit card instead of a speed card. So this currently looks like our best deck option, and we do have an even stronger cafe now. We'll just drop Kawakami Princess for Tosin Jordan, and I think this deck should be fine, although I may want to drop Marvelous Sunday for... I'd really like to drop her for Fine Motion to try and get Speed Star, but that's probably going to cost us a decent amount of stamina. That may be where I start, though. And then we'll just try and prioritize stamina training if we can. So that's the first approach. And then as far as this Tamamo is concerned, 1047 is right where we want to be. Swinging Maestro Radiant Star is right where we want to be. I think we can just run this deck straight up, exactly the same as we ran it here. And that will work out just fine for us. We do want to try and get like 100 more wit, but I think that's about it. And then for Gold Ship, I think we can run a really similar deck to Tamamo. So most of our deck stuff, I think we have figured out. Let's go and jump into a run and see how we do. And we'll start with Tamamo, because we just did a ton of creek runs. We also, can we get you to potential 4? Because that's where you get Spurt. How much money I got? We can get you to 3. We're missing a ton of long shoes for 4. So we don't need straightaway Spurt, and preferred position is Pace Chaser only. We don't need to level any of your potential right now. We'll just get Spurt out of Track Blazer. It's okay for you to be at 1. Mile E is not something we're really going to inherit up to S easily. I would much rather prioritize getting long sparks here, because long sparks are going to be very, very valuable. And then we also want to be hunting stamina sparks specifically, because we need to work on our stamina on these runners. We need it to be high. So this is our side of the borrow. 3 stam, 1 stam, 2 stam, and then 6 star long. I think that is more than good enough. And then as far as guests go, we're looking for exactly the same thing, although I'd also like to see turf sparks if possible. Sort this by affinity bonus. This Brian has 2 circles of affinity. 3 stam 2 long, 3 stam 2 long, 3 stam 3 long. Also comes with Umastan, also comes with You Are a Finale, Corner Recovery. I think this looks great for our purposes. So we will just inherit full stamina. As far as the deck is concerned, we are going to run not Kita-san. We're going to run Sweep Tosho. No, you're going to run Super Creek. We're going to run Super Creek as our solo stamina. You are going to be the only stamina card that we run. We will get you in here. We also want Tosin Jordan to target Breath or Fresh Air. We don't need Hishi Amazon to be here, because we're not looking for straightaway Spurt specifically. So we can drop you for Fine Motion. And then I could also drop Nishino Flower for Marvelous Sunday. I still don't like Sunday as a card. We're not going to be using the gold hint here because this is not a late surger. But on the other hand, inheriting 35 stam, well, not inheriting, but like getting 35 stamina and 35 power at the start of the run is fairly meaningful. Stamina bonus is fairly meaningful, and a 45% friendship bonus means that she's okay at power training when she decides to show up there. Maybe. Do I also not have a better speed card than Sweep Tosho at 2 Limit Break right now? That could be Kawakami Princess, but I don't need the hint is the problem, and I also really don't like the starting friendship being 0. Yeah, I don't have a better option than that. Okay. We'll stick with Sweep Tosho for now. She's fine. It's not great, but it's fine. And then we'll double check race bonus. This is 10. This is 15, I believe. This is 30. 25, 30. This is 40. This is 50. No, it's 48 because you're missing the cap. And then this will be 53. So we're at least over 50, which is nice. And once we max limit break Fine Motion, we'll be at 55. If we could find a way to drop Sweep Tosho for somebody else, we could hit 60 with this deck, which would be quite nice. Is there a world where I could run 2 speed cards and 2 wit cards? No, because I don't think you have a wit card that gives you 10% race bonus. You're missing uncaps for Tachyon. Tachyon could do it if we had all 4 copies, but we don't. So you'd have to run like this. This could be Haru. And then this would be another 10% race bonus. Which, honestly... No, there's no way that this deck configuration can be... There's no way that that can be correct. Alright, you just have to be Sweet Tosho, I think. I already don't like this spread. But we'll see. The only big rainbow trainings we're looking for here are speed trainings, basically, when we're in our summer break. I feel like this is probably 2 spread. And Fine Motion should probably just be a second power card, but let's give this a run. No, wait, why is Fine Motion here when we're doing Tamamo Cross? That's a Super Creek thing. You can be a power card. And you actually should be Hishi Amazon, because we do care about getting straightaway spurt here. I'm getting my plans mixed up. So it's good that we're double checking it at least, because otherwise that would have not been the correct deck. So this is getting a straightaway spurt and End Closer Savvy, technically. These are just the 3 best speed cards that we have. This is Maestro, and then this is just starting stats, because we don't have Fuku in the deck, I guess. Let's see how that does. This is a deck that we have run for Tamamo Cross before, so it should do all right. All right, CM prep. Let's get started. First 11 turns or so are nothing but normal URA finale style training. That's 2 on power, nobody anywhere else. I'll take a power. This does mean we might want to make our power training one of our quote-unquote main trainings. So that's a facility we would like to level. We'd also like to level speed if we could. We'll be looking for triple rainbow trainings outside of summer break sometimes. I do not need a tutorial, thank you though. It's a really nice stamina training for friendship building. I don't think we care too much about actually leveling stamina as a facility. Creek wanders a little bit, so she has the possibility to give us stamina on strength trainings. Marvelous Sunday also has +1 stamina, so she has the possibility of giving us stamina on strength trainings. We are inheriting a ton of stamina. Creek is mostly here for training effectiveness and swinging Maestro. We don't necessarily need her to show up on stamina specifically. That's a good-looking speed training. This is marginally better for energy preservation, but let's continue building friendships. I'd like to find the opportunity to recreate here fairly soon. Good mood up. Single friend. This is all single friend training. This is our... Well, you're at good already. You could just rest. We don't necessarily need to go to great. We have other mood ups in the deck. Let's just take energy out of that. "10 guts, 10 wit versus 10 speed, 10 power." These are core stats, so we take speed power. We want to get both of those to cap. A Marvelous Sunday hint is actually fairly interesting. We would like to see ramp up. We would like to see tail held high. Tamamo has tail held high innate, I believe, but it would be nice to have hints for it, just to make it cheaper. I think I can afford to take a hint here. It also saves our energy. We don't get any energy back because we're full already, but I'm totally okay with hints to make our skills cheaper. That's a great speed training. These have been fairly good friendship training so far. We're pleased with that. We are actually... The course is Hanshin, is that correct? Let's go double check. It is. So you know what? This is an extra 40 stamina, mechanically. I think we take that for sure. It's 3 on stamina, 2 on power. Let's continue building friendship. Speed, 1 hint, 1 hint, 2 friendship on wit. I do want Hishi Amazon hints here. End Closer Straights is good, End Closer Savvy is good, Straightaway Spurt obviously is phenomenal. So I do want both of those, and this is technically more friendship progress. These two, while it is wit and it saves us energy, are further ahead. And I wouldn't mind having my power facility leveled. I think this is a fine time to take power, even though it's just one friendship there. No hint, but that's okay. No friends, one friend, everybody's on speed. Please do not fail. Thank you so much. So that's a big one. That's a big training. Gambit is deceptively bad. I don't think that's something we're going to be buying. The problem is that it's a velocity skill that triggers in late race. If it triggers when you're accelerating, it doesn't do anything. So we don't necessarily care about getting that, even though it is an end closer skill. Good win. By 6 lengths in the debut. There's our mood up to great. And then this is going to take us into a rest unless we see a Vita 65 or a Kale Juice in the first shot. Grilled Carrots is very good. Coaching Megaphone is a skip. Artisan Cleat Hammer is fine. I actually can afford all of this. We can grab Speed Manual and Artisan Cleat Hammer. I don't care about Guts Notepad. I don't care about Coaching Megaphone. This is all good. Consume this, and then remember to turn on your auto-consume items in settings. Let's get that on. And then this is going to be a rest, because we have no energy. We are passing up on an okay wit, a good power, and an okay stamina. It would be nice to take that power, but that is not the way that our energy is going to work out. Frontrunner straights we do not need, so we can take speed guts. We should also keep an eye on races. The first medium that we can do is here. There's another one here. And then I do like the schedule that got suggested in the comments that we talked about in the stream, which is going race, race, skip early December, run the hopeful stakes, and then you can get a versus race in early January without taking the 3 race penalty by just grabbing this random pre-open on early December. So I think this is a medium-long schedule that makes more sense. That's 2 friends, that's also 2 friends. We care a little bit about creek hints, we'd like to get ramp up. I think Homestretch Haste is fairly good on the CM track. We don't care about Shinko Windy hints at all. This does save a bit of energy by taking this. And it works on friendships that are lower. I think we can find creek hints later. Let's save the energy, just because it jeopardizes our training for next turn. This is more energy back, which is very good for us right now. That's 1 friend, 2 friends, 1 friend, 2 friends, but a Marvelous Sunday hint, which we do think has quite a bit of value. If we get another hint for Tail Held High, I think that's okay. Hesitant Pace Chasers I don't think we're going to buy. I really don't think a lot of people are going to be running Pace Chasers in this CM just because of how energy demanding it is. And I think maybe our Creek has an opportunity to do well as a result of that. Is that she's not going to be targeted by any kind of debuff specifically. This is just a good speed. We don't really care about Tosin Jordan hints, but it's good friendship progress. And then this is going to be a rest. A rest leading into our... God, it's another good speed training. Our trainings have been very good so far. Very, very good. Minus 30 is unfortunate, but we can deal with it. Mood down is unfortunate, but I can still deal with it. We would really like to not skip this race. Unfortunately, all of our trainings are bad, so we can run it. Would be great to fix mood off of this, but at a minimum there is a shop reset next turn, and we would like to rebuild our coin supply for that. 6 lengths again. I'm so glad to see Etsuko here. We don't care about either of those. Wit 10 versus Power 10? I think our Power training is going to get there. Let's take Wit. Shop reset. Discount shop. That's nice. Vita 20 for sure. Power ankle weights for sure. Pretty Mirror is interesting, but it's really expensive, and I think we're doing pretty good on friendship progress already. Motivating Megaphones, I'd like to get both of those, and we can after the next race. Speed Notepads I can leave behind. Fluffy Pillow Pocket Planner I can leave behind. Touching Megaphone and Guts Notepad are still skipped. Alright, I think we go like this. We double check our trainings to make sure there's nothing truly busted in here. It's like an okay Guts training, but it's not great. It's an okay Wit training. I still think a race is more valuable here to get the rest of those Megaphones, and then we can rest late October to get energy back for this string of 4. Okay. So that's going to let us clean out everything we want out of the shop. Speed Notepad, Coaching Megaphone are still not buys for us. We're looking for better Megaphones, and we're looking for better stat items. So we grab you and you. I really don't feel like I need a Pretty Mirror. We'll see what kind of items we get out of these 2 races, because we are going to be pretty flush with race coins after that. But I just don't think it's my priority right now, because our friendships are, like, mostly leveled already. We only need to hit, like, 1 grilled carrot, and then we're going to push most of them to gold. So let's take a rest here. Plus 70 is so incredibly good. It's okay. It's okay. I definitely don't need Charming. I can take care of all these friendships before summer break without Charming. I don't think that's a good way to spend 135 race coins or whatever the discount is. Let's keep racing, because these shop coins are still going to be more valuable than just building that support. And since we're coming into this with full energy, we can train early December, and just hope that we have a good training there. Lovely to see you, Etsuko. I don't want to get a random move down. Passing up a solo rainbow. And an okay speed training, but not really anything else. Double check the shop, because everything's about to leave. You could get speed notepads. This is not good value, but we do have a ton of shop coins right now. And we're about to get 200 more. The next shop reset is here. So it's not like we're saving up for anything else. Yeah, I think that's fine. That's not a good investment of shop coins in terms of the stats we're getting out of them. But it is a good investment in terms of if we have more than 30 shop coins left at the end of the run. Ugh. I would spend 1 clock on it. Otherwise we get virtually nothing out of this, and it tanks all of our energy. If we come in like 3rd, that's fine. 12th is not good. Okay, that's much better. That's arguably as good as it can be. Now that's a shop right there. Okay, give me some of these. Bit scroll, yes. Power ankle weight? Yeah, wouldn't mind having a second one. Speed manual, yes. Good luck charm, yes. We want all of that. This can be a training. That's a beautiful stamina training. It hits basically every friendship that we still need to work on. And then we can do hopeful stakes late December, and we can do a versus race classic year early January. What are we passing up to do the hopeful stakes? An okay guts training, and that's about it. I think that is a fine trade to make. If we don't win this, it's fine. The hopeful stakes is not actually part of an epithet chain, but we're just going to win it anyway. Hello again, Etsuko. Lovely to see you. Wit manual, we want power ankle weights. I don't think I need a 3rd. I think I'm okay with 2 going into summer break. I don't think I need 3. There's also a shop reset today, so we want to see what's in the shop. Show me shop items. What you got in there for me? Wit note? No, not notepads. We can do better. Guts ankle weight? No. Power ankle weight? No. Coaching megaphone? No. Wit training application's kind of interesting. It's very expensive right now, though. Power ankle weights? No. Hey, we're gonna run a lot of races before the next shop reset. I think we might just buy this wit training application. It's definitely early enough for it to make a difference. And nothing else here is good. Like, we'll buy the wit notepad and speed notepad if they are about to leave the shop and we have spare shop coins, but they're not a huge priority. I'd rather have a wit training over that. It's early enough that that facility level matters. Single rainbow speed that also works on Shinko Windy. But this is only 29 stats. This is a versus race. We're expecting that to be worth around 50 to 60 stats at this point in the run. I think we absolutely take the race instead of a single rainbow. And then we'll have to train late January, or rest late January, because that would be our 3 consecutive races penalty. We also know that we don't have a possible versus race until early March. So I think we're going to rest late January, train early February and late February. Try and knock out the last... Try and knock out the last friendships we need to knock out. And get ready for summer break. 10 stam versus 5 speed, 5 power. We should make sure our stamina gets there. So let's do that. We're looking at that medium as a potential versus race. We're not looking at anything late in March, and then we're looking at Satsuki Show, Japanese Derby, Sakurazuka Kinan, Ikuka Show, Japan Cup, Arima Kinan. Those are the big ones. The ones we really want to keep an eye on. As far as this turn goes, I think we're basically forced to rest here. Plus 50 is fine, and then we can go train. And if we need to burn a Vita 20, we can. It's not great. That's probably better. This works on a relevant friendship, and it preserves energy. I think we're fine taking that. Yes, technically we could be... Well, no, there's not even an open we could run that turn. Yeah, this is fine. We want to prioritize these friendships before summer break. No, no, no. That's very good. This accomplishes a lot of goals for us. We could technically do an open today, but I think this training is more valuable than an open for friendship progress. It moves Sweep Tosho to gold. It moves Hishi Amazon to gold. It gets Creek close to gold. We're one grilled carrot set away from getting everybody to gold. We just need to see it in a shop. This is single rainbow, single friend with a hint, nothing. This is a race. It's a shame this isn't a versus race. But we'll still take it for the shop coins. We can train late March because we have a Vita 20 on us. Even if we lose the gamble on this race, we can still train. And if we win the gamble, I think we can train without burning the Vita 20, which will be great. It's okay. We survive. Training options are... Yeah, we probably take that stamina. Being able to hit a triple speed rainbow is like my biggest priority going into summer break right now. So let's use this. We also have a shop reset tomorrow, so what's about to leave? We're at 218. Give me the notepad since we're at 218. I don't need a power ankle weight or a guts ankle weight. We already have 2. I really don't need more of them. So let's do that. And then I think we just take this speed training and then we go into the Satsuki Show. That's not gold. But again, we're one grilled carrot away. And we get a shop reset before the Satsuki Show as well. Getting nothing but stamina out of this, although a few white sparks would be nice. Deep breaths is okay. We're probably not going to buy it. Wow, 5 hints. We might buy that. It just got very cheap. Passing up. Basically nothing to run in the Satsuki Show today. Miracle Cure's nice. Wit Manual's nice. Twin Vita 20s is nice. Twin Speed Ankle Weights is nice. Motivating Megaphone is nice. Speed Training is nice. I want to buy everything in this shop. We can do Speed Ankle Weight Motivating Megaphone after the Satsuki show. We can do Speed Training Application after the Derby. That probably forces us into running the Takarazuka Kinan to rebuild shop coins before we go into summer break, but that's a fantastic shop. Do we need any skills going into this? 410, 460, 334? I just don't think anything is cheap for us right now. The only thing that's cheap is Deep Breaths, and I don't really care. Deep Breaths is not a recovery I have on my radar, basically. So I think we can skip it. Everything else could get cheaper. I also probably should have used a Cleat Hammer for this, but we can do it on the Derby. Third will be a reroll. Winning the Triple Crown races is not negotiable. Third will be a reroll. Winning Triple Crown is not negotiable. Oh my god. Not like this. Not like this. This run was going so well. Okay. Okay. We have very few clocks left, but at least we're in there. We are going to need to buy skills. I also see stuff in there I want to buy. 15 energy I think is very good right now. We want Power Scroll, we want Empowering Megaphone, we want Good Luck Charm. We may skip the Speed Training application. We're already at Speed Training 2. Most of our Speed Training is going to happen in summer break. I don't think it's super necessary. Passing up single Rainbow Speed. Double Rainbow Power that fixes the rest of our friendships. I must take that. That is actually an insane training. We blow everything on that. Get in there. That's close to 100, it's over 100 stats in late April on a level 1 power training. That's really good. It also fixes the last 2 friendships that we needed. What a crazy training. This is Maestro, so that's done. Single Rainbow. Oh my god. Holy shit. Speed Ankle Weight me. What is happening? What is happening right now? This is the damn run. If we inherit long S, oh my god, if we lose Triple Crown races because I don't have alarm clocks, I'm gonna lose my mind, first of all. Our stamina is great. Let's start focusing on power. Derby time. How much do you want to gamble? I just don't want to buy any of these skills right now for the price they're at. Like, we're not going to lose this race to stamina. Our stamina's crazy. So I don't need to buy Maestro. Also, what are we about to lose from the shop? Power Ankle Weight's Good Luck Charm? I'm going to have to let the Good Luck Charm go. Holy cow. It's, oh, God. Tamamo, you're killing me. I'm dying. You're killing me and I'm dying. Okay. Technically, we're still fine, but we're out of rerolls. If we win the Kikuka show, we're mostly okay. Mostly. It's not a bad stamina training, but I have to rest this turn. What do we want to buy from this shop? I'm giving up on the speed training application. I think we need these more. Our replacement speed ankle weights, if we hit another triple rainbow speed in summer, is so much more valuable. And we also want to have another motivating megaphone to boost stats if we see another good training. We have to take those over the speed training. This is not good enough. This needs to be a rest to get ready for summer break, and a plus 70 would be the best thing I could possibly see. Plus 50 is fine, I'll take it. We already have a hint for Hanshin Race Course, so I can take another 10 energy here. And then I think because we are critically low on shop coins, we run the Takarazuka Kinan. We are missing out on no trainings whatsoever, so this is actually a perfect turn to go and race. And we can't reroll it. Even if we could reroll it, we wouldn't, because it's not an epithet race. Okay, it doesn't matter. Jesus. This is not the level of stress that I was hoping to have on a Monday night. But, man, if this run works out, though, if this run works out, oh, man. Okay, what do you got for me? Power ankle weight. I think a lot of this we can just wait on. Like, the speed ankle weight, power ankle weight, we can buy those if we need, if we have a good training. Vita 40, we can buy if we have a good training. Guts Whip Manual, we can buy late August. We don't have to buy any of those right now. That's an okay speed training. It's not good enough to use a weight on, but I think it's good enough to use a megaphone on. We'll probably end up buying 1 to 2 Vita 20s from the shop. None of these are good. There's not even anybody at Wit. I wish we had a whistle right now. We probably need to buy this Vita 40. I think we go like Vita 40 and Stamina, because it's just the biggest numbers that we get out of the trainings available to us. But I don't love it. We don't want to waste our megaphone if we can help it. Double rainbow power, double rainbow speed. I think speed is so much more valuable right now. So give me the speed ankle weight. We'll just let our speed pull our power up because our stamina is doing fine. We're going to be 600 by the time we exit Summer Break Classic. So let's prio speed. And then a single rainbow power. I think we megaphone that and failure tag it. And power ankle weight it. Except for that dud turn late July, that is a phenomenal summer break. We're coming out of summer break with like almost 3 stats at 600. And then this shop is about to reset. So what do we need right now? I think we want discounted Wit Manual, discounted Guts Manual, discounted Wit Manual. We'll find discounted weights later. I don't think we're going to be doing a lot of training for the rest of this year. It's going to mostly be energy management and races. So we can find more of those in shops and we can pick them up then. But let's grab these stats before they leave. And then this is obviously going to be a... Well, yeah, no, it's obviously going to be a rest. We don't want to race on 0 energy. 50's good. We could also rest this turn if we want. Well, we could race this turn and then rest early October as well. There is a versus race today. I wish it were a long. Longs are pretty few and far between. I think we're okay taking a non-standard distance race this turn, just to get us closer to running 10 non-standard distance races. As far as trainings go, we're passing up a wit that's just okay, but I think a race is far more valuable than that. So let's enter here and then build up our coins for the shop reset that we get at the end of this turn. Okay. Hello, Etsuko. Nice to see you. Another End Closer Straits hint. We're gonna rest next turn anyway. So would it be crazy to take minus 10 energy for plus 20 speed here? I think so, because I think our odds of capping speed this run are fairly decent without taking a plus 20 at the cost of 10 energy. So let's just get energy back. More wit manuals we love to see. Master Cleat Hammer we love to see. I think we go like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. And then Power Ankle Weight Motivating Megaphone we come back for after the Kikuka show. This is exactly what we want to be doing to build our wit. Single Rainbow Power at plus 14, plus 13 is not that good. Single wit training is not that good. I think this is just a rest to fully rebuild our energy and get ready for the last 5 turns here. Single rainbow that is a fairly good training. Not anything else. We're at 642 stam for the Kikuku show. I do not want to lose to stamina. I absolutely refuse to lose to stamina. And also, give me extra velocity. And also, give me extra wit. I will not lose this run just because we ran out of alarm clocks to getting stat checked on a long. If we get blocked, we get blocked. Okay, Jesus. Okay. We're not out of the woods, but that is a big chunk of stats that we have secured for ourselves. Obviously, we can still throw the spring triple crown and the fall triple crown, but there's a lot of other epithets that are predicated on being able to do that race specifically. Okay, we can breathe a little easier. It's a very average guts training. I do not want to take a triple race penalty right now, although I do have a Miracle Cure on me. And I wouldn't mind having more race coins. And it is a versus race. You know, it's either we do this or we do the Stayer Stakes, and we hope that the Stayer Stakes specifically is a versus race. I would rather take the versus race that's in front of me, I think. I can handle a small... Well, actually, we don't even need to run the Japan Cup. We could cancel the Japan Cup and run the Arima Keenan. We only have to win one of them. Although winning the Japan Cup means that if we get randomly blocked in the Arima, we still come away with... We should probably still run the Japan Cup just to be safe. We're constructed right now to be able to handle a skin condition as a penalty from multi-racing. So we might as well take advantage of it. Single rainbow, single rainbow, single rainbow. Those are all fine, but not good enough. Good luck charm for sure. I want to start building up a surplus of race coins. I can also use this Master Cleat Hammer. We'll see more of them later in the run. I really, really want to have skill points so that I can buy all of the stuff that we want. So if we get skin condition here, we can just Miracle Cure it away. If we get a mood down, we can hope that we see Etsuko in one of our next races. We're going to rest early December to manage energy. That's a beautiful time to get a -10. Gut Scroll is good. Energy Drink Max EX is good. That's okay. We're built to handle that. I also think I just kill this event chain. It would be nice to take 10 energy, but I still haven't seen anything for Breath of Fresh Air, and I don't need the third step in Marvelous Sunday's chain, so I think we just end this. Increase our chances of seeing other good events from our SSRs. That's a really nice double rainbow speed. Is it worth good luck charming? Actually, do I have like a Vita 20? It might be worth a Vita. It's, you know... You know... 24 and 9? We might as well Megaphone it too, because we've got 2 of them right now. We're gonna see more before we get to summer break. This is a little ambitious. We're also marginally penalized by good mood. This is minus 10 stats we're getting out of this. But let's really try and get that speed to cap. And then to run the Arima, which is technically optional, we're passing up on nothing. We don't need anything in the shop right now. We should maybe buy one Guts Weight, actually. If we see like one really good Guts training in summer break, we may want to take it. It does help build up our power a little bit. And our speed. Okay. So we're at, what, like 700, 700, 600 coming out of Classic Year. This is a really good run. Those are 2 scrolls that I'm going to buy immediately. We get a shop reset out of this. More stats. Glittering Star we could buy right now. It's not going to get cheaper. Hey, we could technically get like Fast Learner. There's mood getting fixed. Here's our first Tosin Jordan chain. We wanted to see that. Here's our shop refresh. We don't need grilled carrots anymore. Your time has passed. Cupcake's great. Cleat Hammer's great. Both ankle weights we want. Reset Whistle we want. Power Scroll we want. Wit Scroll we want. Let's skip one speed ankle weight for now, and let's grab the Wit Scroll instead. And then we want to come back and grab Motivating Megaphone speed ankle weights, which we can do after one more race. We could do a versus race today if we wanted to, because we didn't run the Stayer Stakes. We'd get a little bit of an energy discount on it, because if we low roll on the gamble, it wouldn't cost us the full 25. Yeah, and Chukyo is a rare track. So we'll take the Chukyo race over the Nakayama race. We probably should have looked at what our trainings were. But that's okay. Okay. We'll win the gamble anyway. I'm still not going to buy Masterful Gambit. I don't care how many hints you give me for it. None of those are worth taking, and we cannot run a third race today. So let's get the last 2 items that we wanted to get out of the shop. Rest. Plus 50's fine. I'll take another 15. Single rainbow, double rainbow power. I think we take that. Let's plug in our spring and autumn Triple Crown races. No, not Mile Championship. Japan Cup. Arima Kina. That's the big 6. We could technically look at QE2 Cup, but we'll play it by ear when we get there. And then this is a double power training that I think is going to be worth a weight and a megaphone. We're going to see more megaphones later in this run. Power training to 2 is quite useful. Single rainbow, single rainbow. We don't care about any of those. This is a fairly... Oh, it's a long versus race too? We love that. Okay, so we can race, rest, and then take Osaka High. But this can give us hints for, like, inner scoop. It can give us hints for long straights, long corners. We really like that. By distance, good. 2 more scrolls that we definitely want to buy. A Cleat Hammer that we definitely want to buy. There's Inside Scoop. 1 friend, 2 friends. I would like to find the opportunity to train Wit like here and there. Stam Scroll, Gut Scroll, Cleat Hammer. Stam Ankle Weights we would like to pick up. We can do it after the Osaka High. If we see 1 good stamina training, we wouldn't mind having it. 2 Cleat Hammers to use up. We don't want to incur a triple race penalty, even though another Chukyo race would be quite nice. This is probably just a rest. Tosin Jordan step 2. This is going to be Cleat Hammer territory. A decent single rainbow power we're giving up on. Okay. We are still in no reroll territory. So every race could just be a chance to drop a random epithet and get minus 30 stats at the end of the run. Power plus 18, a replacement Cleat Hammer, a Gut Scroll, End Closer Corners. Everything that just happened is good. Wit plus 8 is good. Here comes another 100 stamina. You are a Finale Spark is good. 110 stam. Shop refresh. So we want these before they leave. We want Gut Scroll, Cleat Hammer. We want Reset Whistle, Motivating Megaphone, Power Ankle Weights, Vita 20, and both of those manuals. We will be able to get there. We're going to have to find a race to run early May. It's probably going to be you, if you give us a versus race. Single Rainbow Stam, I don't care. Single person on a Wit, I also don't really care. All of these are bad. But resting on this turn feels like a waste. Well, maybe it's not. If we hit 50, we're basically full again. Yeah, I think it's fine. There we go. Passing up a decent power training in order to run the Spring Tenno. We will Cleat Hammer you. Let's start saving the Master Cleat Hammers for the last 3 races. We should not need to buy skills for this, but let's double check. We already have... Well, you can get Glittering Star, and that'll be useful. End Closer Corners you could pick up. Inside Scoop you could probably pick up. Masterful Gambit isn't real. That's pretty good. We're getting close to Tail Held High territory. Like, Straights and Corners can trigger, and that puts us at 2, and then Curvature should put us at 3. I would still like to see Ramp Up out of Marvelous Sunday if we find the opportunity to do that. It would be better to buy these skills at the end, because we could get more hints for them. However, I'd also like to win these races. Okay. Only one that's left is the Takarazuka Kina now. Power is a great stat to get out. Please stop giving me Masterful Gambit. I don't want it. That's an okay power training, but I think I would rather take a versus race right now because we have stuff in the shop that we want to buy. And also, Niigata as a track is relatively rare. Yeah, we want Reset Whistle and Motivating Megaphone still. We have a Miracle Cure already. I don't need a second one. Just grab these for stat gains. Run your versus race. We probably... Well, we'll see what happens late May. We could train late May, especially if we win this gamble. Okay. We didn't get long S, I'm realizing as well. But depending on where the stat line winds up, it might just be the best we've got. Speed 4, Power 4. Single Rainbow. It's a good stamina training, but I don't need stamina. We're gonna wind up at like 1100. We could technically do 3 races here. This is a long versus race, and if we get skin condition, we could tank it. That's an interesting thought. Let's grab the stuff out of the shop that we want. I kind of like that. So we go race late May on a long to get skill hints out of it, rest early June, Takarazuka late June, and then we have 210 shop coins going into summer break. And if we do hit skin condition in a mood down here, we can just fix it with items. Okay. Minus 25 is fine. Artisan Cleat Hammer is nice. We can fix that very easily. Single rainbow, double rainbow speed. It's only 24 and 9, and it torpedoes our energy going into summer break. I don't think I can afford to do that. I think this has to be a rest, and we have to cross our fingers for better speed trainings in summer break. That's not a great time to get plus 30. Single rainbow, nothing else. Let's Cleat Hammer this, because we have one more Artisan in here. Oh, we don't. We just have the Master now. Oh, we didn't buy it yet. Okay. How many power ankle weights do I have right now? Only one? Let's grab a second one. We'll still come into summer break with 135 after this. Unless we manage to lose the Takarazuka Kinan, which is possible. Use the hammer. Take the race. Okay. So that's Spring Triple Crown done. Kale juice is kind of interesting. I wish I had a second cupcake. Yeah, no second cupcake. Wit training application. It's way too late for a wit training application to be good. Both of those megaphones would be nice, but I don't need them right now. I think I can wait on everything in this shop. And then we see no rainbows. This is whistle time. If we're in summer break and there's no rainbow training, that's a whistle opportunity. Single rainbow, single rainbow. I think we just go all in on this speed training. Let's also fix our mood. Oh, right, we need to use our Vita 20 as well. We're gonna need to rest one turn in this summer break, I think. We're not gonna have enough energy to get through all 4 of these. And it should probably be this turn. Oh, never mind. That's a nice wit training. Yeah, we'll just take that to manage energy. Single rainbow, single rainbow. Call me crazy. I think this is our rest, and then we whistle on the last turn if the trainings are bad. We're looking for a double rainbow speed or better. That's better than a double rainbow speed. So now we come in here, we buy the speed ankle weights. We already have another motivating mega... Oh, we already have a speed ankle weight. I don't need to buy the second one. So we go motivating megaphone, speed ankle weight. We hit this training. Ishi Amazon straightaway spurt hint. Can you imagine? Close. Close, but not quite. Single rainbow. Really nice stamina training, but we don't need that stamina training. This, and there's no versus race here either, so let's clear the shop out. Speed ankle weight, motivating megaphone. It's more or less what I wanted. I think we rest this turn and we just wait to see something better. I know we have a megaphone active, I don't think I get enough out of this training. We could still train this turn as well if it's a better training. It's not, but it is a Hishi Amazon hint, which, again, could be straightaway spurt. I think we try and prioritize that at this point. Long S is already kind of bad. Having long S and straight... Okay, there we go. So we've got spurt at least. Long S is still a bit of a problem for this build. We want to be the fastest person on the track in late race. And if we're 1200 speed but not long S, we won't be. Master Cleat Hammer we want. We do want one more motivating megaphone to get us through the finals. But we're drawing down on the number of items that we really need out of shops, and there's only one more shop reset. So we could versus race today. And then skip and skip. Or we could just take wit today. And we could go race. Probably rest. And then race, race. Hope we get stayer stakes as a long race. I think I would rather do that. Let's try and get our wit closer to 600 or so. Okay. We will be running the Autumn Tenno. None of those trainings are better. How are we on Cleat Hammers? We're still at 1. So we should not Cleat Hammer this race, because we want to save them for the finals. Okay. We're still 1 good speed training away from having this be a beautiful run. Second hit for Spurt is nice. And power 10 guts. We also still need to see Tosin Jordan. There's no training today. I really don't want to run today, though. There's a long... Yeah... Yeah... we could tank Skin Condition if we get it after the Japan Cup. And a long could give us interesting long skills. Huh. At a minimum, we know we want these two. We also want this motivating megaphone. Let's do this. Let's do a race. There is skin cream in the shop right now, so we could technically handle 2 mood downs. How many tags do I have? I only have 1. This is a little... We're getting a little funky at the end of this run. Things aren't quite lining up the way I want them to. Okay. Power plus 12. I'm a little concerned about speed right now, I'm not gonna lie. There's Breath of Fresh Air. Well, it might not be. It's not. I can't believe that's not Breath of Fresh Air 925 speed. So I think we go like this. Run Japan Cup. Because this is Autumn Triple Crown. Okay. We like that. Would still really like to see speed here, not stamina. A Vita 20 is quite nice. Ooh, slow metabolism's very good here. Vita 20, Gut Scroll. I want to get that second empowering megaphone, but I can't. No, I can. We'll be able to buy that first turn of the finals. Okay. We have none trainings. Like, it's an okay stamina, but it's not great. I really don't want to do 4 consecutive races. We have a chance to hit the stat drain off of that one. I still have a whistle. I should whistle this turn, because I don't want to rest. We get energy back late December. Just show me a good training on this turn that I can take. I guess it's that speed training. And then if I use a motivating megaphone here, it carries over into the first turn of the finals. We might as well use a speed ankle weight because we only need one triple rainbow speed training to hit cap at this point, basically. So we take this, we get like 30 energy back late December. Ramp up would be phenomenal right now, thank you. Here's my energy refund. Passing up a solo rainbow power to run in the arena. That's fine. The only thing we still want to buy is that empowering megaphone. And then one more master cleat hammer. One triple rainbow training, and this run is looking very good. One triple rainbow speed in the final 3 turns. Can it be done? Power manual guts weights. Keeping the lead is not something we're going to be buying. Homestretch haste is something we're going to be buying. 10 speed is great. Damn power, I don't really care. Right, show me trainings. Damn power, Vita 20. Third Master Cleat Hammer. How are you going to get your empowering megaphone out of that? You're not. You're going to have to give up on something. Give up on stamina because you don't need it. And then that takes you exactly to 0. We've spent every single shop coin. Notably, if we had not bought the notepads at the start, we could have bought a power manual. But that's neither here nor there. This is probably a power training. I think we go Vita 20, power ankle weights, because we have a megaphone active right now. Our second training is going to be a little risky, and our third training we're going to tag. But let's try and get power over 1,000. Master Cleat Hammer this. Okay. I guess technically it's possible to lose these races, huh? We're not really, like, out of the woods yet. Not good enough. Still gonna take it. Empowering megaphone, speed well, no. If you see a better speed training next turn, you're gonna wish you had those speed ankle weights. Yeah, I think we need to do it like that. Empowering megaphone. No speed ankle weight. Just the megaphone. Because we have 2. We need to pass this training. 13% isn't that bad. Okay, good. Good. We cleat hammer this. Okay. By a length. These are not big gaps in these races. Single rainbow. I don't think I have a whistle. Yeah, no whistle. So we're going to speed ankle weight that. Good luck charm it so we don't fail it. We're going to get to 1100. I don't think that's quite good enough. I mean, this stat line is what we're aiming for. We just want to see speed 1200 and we want to see long S. So we know that this deck works. This speed is the difference between a triple rainbow in like Classic Year Late March and a triple rainbow in Summer Break, where the facility is 5 instead of 2. That is really the only difference between this run and what would be like the ideal run. So you'll still be the handshake icon. You're still going to be the best CM candidate we have so far, but you are missing things. You're missing Breath of Fresh Air, which is really annoying because our speed was very high when we got that event. You're missing Long S and you're missing Speed Cap. But beyond that, I think we're in great shape as far as this deck is concerned. Give me Spurt, Homestretch Haste, Ramp Up. And then with 463 left, we may as well take other recoveries. Level Head is not good. Passing Pro's fine. Deep Breath is also fine. I guess technically Masterful Gambit could trigger at useful times, and then we should get Hanshin at Standard Distance. Well, so Standard Distance is only 40 stamina, but it's not subject to a wit check. A blue recovery is like 60 stamina, but it is. Yeah, we should get Passing Pro was a little expensive. Instead of 144, let's get Standard Distance as well. And then 88 to spend. Can we do any of the style ones? 112, 126. Long Straights would have been cheap enough had we seen it, but we didn't see it. So I guess we just grab Target Insight because maybe the favorite is an End Closer, and then we get bonus guts out of it. How did we wind up? 11, 10, 1081, 1056. This stat distribution, except hitting 1200 speed, is exactly what we're aiming for. So I'm very happy with how the deck is working overall. A little bit more wit would be nice, but I can't really control that. That is a very high S rank. 2 speed, 2 pace. You're kind of weird. Not bad. Just a little weird. You can have your unique epithet. You also are probably our new Team Trials Tamamo. I think you're definitely better than the first one we built. 12, 10, 9, 4, 4. What were your skills like? 1 blue, handful of whites. Basically the same. Almost exactly the same. Hey, these are more, all three of these are a little more conditional. Like, you're gonna give us more points according to the scorer. Oh, but you were Long S? Yeah, never mind. This Tamamo is better. You're a better Team Trials Tamamo. Yeah, discard changes. We don't need to save any of these. We're gonna keep it the way it was. So let's go mark this Tamamo. You are going to be CM candidate. Let's also make sure we cleared our previous CM candidates. We didn't. Let's get these handshakes out of here. But that is feeling pretty good for our first shot at a CM runner. I feel fairly good about that. Let's go do our transfer portal. I would really like to send gold chip away on one of these. Do I have a gold chip I can give away? No. Why can't I give you away? What does diamond mean? Oh, you were a CMA champ. I can't give you away at all. There's no shot. Who are you? 2 wit, 3 medium. You're a good parent. Who are you? 1 stam, 3 long. I think we have a better long parent than you at this point. So we can get rid of that mark. Like, this Daiwa Scarlet in your legacy is killing you. So let's do this. This gets us 5 gold chip stars, which is going to make it marginally easier to get gold chip to potential 3 and upgrade this to Anchors Away. In the event that we want to use this gold chip for CM. So that's one problem solved. We can get rid of all of you, because we just had you around for unlocking the weird Twinkle Series Climax races. None of those were particularly usable parents. And then 2 speed, 2 late is not great. Is this Creek good? 1 wit, 2 pace? No. Was this Daiwa good? 1 power, 2 front? No. These are all of our failed Daiwa parent runs when we were working on that. That's what all of these are. Actually, you're kind of interesting, because you can either bump medium B to medium A, or mile B to mile A. You're interesting. Let's save you. You are not interesting. You are not interesting? No, not you are. You're not interesting. We can get rid of these. Let's get a little extra money out of it. And then let's go take care of our dailies. We have team trials. We're in class 6 now, right? Yeah, we're in class 6. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to stay here. We didn't get as much team trial races done, or team trial, like, rebuilds done as we wanted to, because we're now enmeshed in doing CM prep. But we'll see, you never know. We could luck into one really strong run. 535 is not going to do it. Retention line's going to be like 650. That's probably not going to do it. If we see long shoes, we buy long shoes. It's as simple as that. Absolutely. And then Autumn Tenno, I run that all the time. Any race that is part of any of the triple... Oh, there's a new first anniversary shop. Alarm clocks? I can probably afford that. We get a decent number of bond points from team trials. Support card scout? Yeah, that's just free pity. Book of hints? Yeah. Textbook of hints? Yeah. Rare book of hints? Sure. Rare textbook of hints? Sure. Pleasing parfait, I don't really care. Toughness 30, we're never going to use. Club points. We have 1225 right now. Trainee scout ticket's nice. I should probably save these for cards, but that's okay. None of the club point cards are truly like meta defining, especially not in track lasers, so I think we're fine to spend those. And then for money, we're flush with cash, so we can buy all of this stuff. Give me all of this, and we'll earn that back. Okay. We'll do the rest of our team trials. Looking promising. That's looking really promising. 619. It's not going to be good enough, but it's getting there. It's also a gold chip star piece. That's relevant. Dirt shoes? No. No, no, no. It's not what we're looking for. Probably not good enough. Yeah, not even close to good enough. I don't think we're getting over retention line unless we win all 5 races. Long shoes? Long shoes. Yes, man. And then last team trials run. Moods are not looking great. Still win. I don't think it's going to be a high score, though. It's a fairly bad high score. legend races now, or daily races now. Let's go get our coins. Our best miler is currently this vodka. We're gonna leave it all up to you. What the heck? Oh, very hard is pretty hard, but we still get money out of it. And then we also have Legend Races versus Tachyon, who we do not have to 3 stars yet, which is worth noting. This is a turf medium, which means we can... no, what? You a medium runner? You are a medium runner. Yeah, we built you for mediums. Alright, sure. Stamina just looks a little low, but I guess I forgot we have a few recoveries on her. Awful mood, but #1 favorite? I trust. I trust that you can get there. It starts okay. Doesn't bother us. We're late surger anyway. Here's Umamusume plus fighter, but we're immediately blocked by Saiyan, so that's not super useful. Actually, what is Saiyan doing that far back? Her late start must have been even worse than ours. He's supposed to be a front runner. Well, at least we don't have to worry about angling and scheming. We are going to get paced down to hell here, though. Yeah, there it is. Should be ending soon, at least. I think we're actually too far up to trigger Dominator. Well, not if we get blocked like this, we won't be. Grass, switch lanes, Grass. There you go. I don't like how close to that inner rail you are with the traffic that you have ahead of you. We're gonna get velocity carry over here and a bit of acceleration from Radiant Star, but it's not gonna matter because there's people in front of you. Yeah. Yeah. Grass, you gotta move. You gotta go around, Grass. No, she's dead. I'm glad you hit your unique, but like you've passed away already. There's no shot. Okay, let's try that again, but like don't get blocked this time. And that's not even a mood thing. That's just like stay away from the inner rail. The inner rail is not where good things happen to you. Still awful mood. I'm not using... You haven't yet earned a parfait. You need to show me that you're getting beaten on stats, not on just randomly getting blocked. Let's start again. Blocked again? Alright, we've at least figured out how to navigate around Tamamo Cross. Saiyan has remembered to be a front runner. At least traffic is thinner this time. You're going to hit a devastating pace down here fairly soon, I think. Yeah, there it is. That's not that bad. She's still kind of hanging in there. She's gonna hit another one here, though. There it is. Now we should be done with pace downs in general, though. Again, I need you to move to the outside. Oh, never mind. She split the difference. She should be okay from this point. There's only so many things to get blocked by at this point. I think she's chilling. She just needs to get around this NPC runner in front. Radiant Star is going to give us acceleration and velocity carryover. Please get around this NPC. Oh my god. Okay. She figured it out. There we go. Holy cow. The difference when you just don't get stuck behind someone, it's night and day. Good job, Grass. Good job. There we go. That is what we're looking for. I'll take my carrots, I'll take my star pieces. I will take my shortened victory now. Thank you. And then I think we have one more set of bingo spins before the event is done. So we'll go take care of those as well. And we have to check in on the club. We have to make sure the club is still there. Yep, there it is. It's still there. Alright, let's go do our bingo spins, and then we'll go ahead and shut it down. I am probably going to do, between now and... We didn't get coins for that run. Never mind, we're good. We don't have to do the spin. Between now and the next video, I'm probably going to do one more Tamamo run, just to see if we can hit long S, and we can also hit Breath of Fresh Air. So next time we play, I will report in on how that has gone. And tomorrow, we'll probably also go ahead and get Gold Ship unlocked. How close are we? We can go to 82. We can do it right now, actually. We can take care of that immediately, and then next time we'll build Gold Ship. Gold Ship is going to use more or less the exact same deck that Tamamo's using. Tamamo's 2010. Gold Ship is 2010. They're exactly the same style of runner, so exactly the same deck should work. And then from there, we'll move on to working on Creek. But I'm feeling fairly good about this plan. I think that we have a decent strategy for training long runners right now in a CM where a lot of people are going to struggle with it. We just happen to have gotten the good style of support cards that we need in order to make that happen. And we'll see how the actual CM itself goes. So if you're looking forward to that and you want to see how that progresses, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions about CM prep, or you just want to talk about how your own prep is going, drop me a note in the comments. Let me know what's on your mind. But until then, I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day.